been joined by Coach Kwabena Emisa. Coach, this is a massive point on the road. First of all, how would you rate the performance of your boys this afternoon?
First of all, what I would say is they were tactically disciplined. Because we watch Medeama, we realize that they will play from the wings. So when we break the wings, which means they have nothing more done, they will resort to long balls. And long balls, we have the advantage. Because the attackers are facing with their back, whilst our defenders are facing with their front. So they see the ball well than their defenders. So we know that we hold the wings from them, and then we'll get the wings from them, they will no more do anything else.
Now, you could have had a lot more than just 1 point. That chance that fell to Augustine Okra, when he missed, I was looking at your reaction. I mean, if you are counting on anyone to score, Augustine is the first player that comes in mind. How did he miss that?
Yeah, very, very unfortunate. For the first time, I saw Okra missing such a good opportunity. And I confronted him after the match, and he told me he thought he had scored. But, unless it enters the net, before you say you have scored. So what I would say is, no, it missed the ball, but we felt his input. What he really put in, we like it.
Of course. Now, you've played 3 games with this team. Would you say that you are making progress with how the boys are responding to your system?
Gradually, as I told you earlier on, they are now understanding what we want them to do.
Okay.
And I would say Mangoko was fantastic this today. And from next week, I think there are certain corrections we will do. Most of our players also came from the national camp. So it's like what we taught them at the training, we have to refresh it before they will understand.
Okay, thanks very much, Coach Kwabena Emisa, the head coach of Bechem United. He came in for Desmond Isaboche, who has parted ways with the club. And today he's earned a point here against Medeama, who are league leaders. Coach Ibrahim Tanko, head coach of Medeama, has joined us. Coach, another point, a 2-point drop at home. I mean, first of all, how would you sum up the performance of your players this afternoon?
I think we have most of the ball, but I think the last bite was not there. And looking at how Bechem came, they came with plan. They came to play, all the men behind the ball and then go for counter. And it worked for them very well. I think we didn't have patience to finish our build-up and all this, but I think they did very well, and 1 point is better than none.
Now, first half, you didn't create enough chances. Second half, you created clear-cut chances. But goalkeeper, Benjamin Kwesi, what's the difference in the second half?
No, I think, like I said, we have most of the ball. Like I said, second half, we create a lot of chances. But, yeah, the keeper did very well. And like I said, the last bite was not there. So let's see. And we hope that next weekend will be better.
Of course. And there's a trend. It seems that you find it difficult to break teams that sit deep and defend. How are you going to work on that going into the rest of the season?
No, I think it's very simple. We have to make use of our chances. And when we create and you don't make it, definitely you give the opponent confidence to come back. And like I said, you have to be patient. You have to play our game till the end, and I hope that next week we'll have that.
Thanks very much, Coach Ibrahim Tanko, the head coach of Medeama, ruined their chances of getting that 3 points against Bechem United this afternoon. They drew goalless in this one. Not good for them. 2 points drop at home, but he says that he will take this one in good faith. For Kwabena Emisa and Bechem United, it is 1 point gain, especially against one of the best sides in the Ghana Premier League at the moment.